Welcome to my review of the Moondrop Aria. This is the second product I've tried from Moondrop. The last one was the Crescent, which has been quite a while. Yeah, as usual, full disclaimer is I bought this myself from Shenzhen Audio Store, but I think it's also available on Hi-Fi Go, I think. Yeah, I was not paid to do this video, and all the thoughts and opinions are my own. Before I bought this had high recommendations from a few people. So yeah, let's get into it. High performance LCB diaphragm dynamic driver. This looks pretty good, so that's a waifu if you're interested in that. Aria. I'm surprised they used that name again, because a previous one they had, which had a wired connection, was called the Aria as well. Again, information there. High performance liquid crystal diaphragm dynamic, offset LCP, 10mm dynamic driver, double cavity, high performance moving coil unit. That's a lot of words about the driver. 0.78, so it's good to see it's 2-pin. Sensitivity is 122 decibels, impedance of 32 ohms. You should have no issues powering this. So you got two basically responses. Effective frequencies 5 Hz, which is incredibly low, but more likely 20 Hz to 20 kHz. Obviously that's the graph. Kind of warm sounding. Obviously from 2 to 5K with a peak around 3. Designed and developed by Moondrop, and yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, before I even bought these, I knew kind of good things about them. Black and gold. It's another one of their lineup that they've gone from, like the KXXS, Moondrop, Kanas Pro, then down to Starfield, and then down to this. But it's good to see that they always get a bit cheaper. So let's get these. I'll get that in a second. This is pretty premium. So matte finish, as you can see. 2-pin recessed. No lip on the nozzle, but because it's got like that matte black finish, it should help keep the actual tips on. So there's a vent, 2 vents there. Aria. Doesn't say L or R, but you can tell that one would be the right one because the cable will go there. Moondrop coat. And the QC. And you get even more goodies in the bottom. So what do we get here? Introduction. Thank you for purchasing this product, blah blah blah. How to identify, burning, it says 100 hours. I've already previously used this a bit before this I've actually done this video, and I will be using it more before the actual review part is live, so bear that in mind. So quite a bit information, and the same thing on the back is just in Chinese. QR code, I have no idea where that goes to. This is what I didn't expect. Tweezers. Okay. That's kind of cool. You can actually change both parts, so the actual metal mesh on the end, as you can see, and then more of like that filter that's below it. I did not know about that. It's pretty cool. Okay. And on to the end part. So a lot of different tips. Looks like 10. Maybe 10, 12 there. The cable itself. I've seen what this looks like. Yeah, so it's like a braided kind of cable. And yeah, on the next clip I'll untangle all this monstrosity and show you what the cable actually looks like. So right angle connector, kind of my favourite. Obviously it's only 3-pole, there's no microphone, good strain relief, kind of braided, not that tightly wound, kind of different. I wasn't expecting a cable like this, but it seems there's a bit of a kink there. But it might straighten out with time. Bit of a kink there as well. Moondrop Co. The number on the back. I'm not sure what that means. Chin slider here, which is slightly effective. Says L on there. That seems pretty soft. Obviously it's a recessed 2-pin, bear in mind. But the cable seems okay. So a bit of a time delay. Obviously there'll be a few days between this, and obviously I've already started using earphones before this video, so there's already a few hours on them. I'm going to put even more hours on them, and then obviously you'll see this next section. But yeah, let's onto the review bit. With a time delay, but with the power of editing, it'll be in a couple of seconds away. Now on to the actual review section. Let's talk about comfort. So, as you can see, these are not a big shell. They are the same shell as same size shell as the Starfield model. Unfortunately, I haven't tried that, but nobody really has any issues with that. And to be honest, I don't. These are not the most comfortable I've worn, but they are actually they're pretty good. They're up there. Obviously everybody's ear anatomy is different, and they might be perfect for you, but anyway, obviously 2-pin design, recessed, so if you ever want any aftermarket cables, you have to make sure that they fit. 2 vents there, 2 holes for ventilation, one there. I presume the one here is for the driver, and that's just to stop any vacuum effect. Matte black finish, no lip on the nozzle, but I think it helps. See, it's like a matte paint finish. I had no issues at all with tips coming on, and these are the tips it comes with. Very similar to what come with like the blonde kind of tips, but I had no issues. They never fell off or anything like that. But yeah, comfort is good. Stage wasn't very big, but it wasn't very narrow either. It did a good job. Imaging was very good. I was quite happy with both, really. It just performs very well for both. Isolation as well is good. Now, sound, there's going to be a kind of 2 parts, and I'll speak about the second part at the end of this bit. Overall sound is very nice, very balanced. It's kind of based off the Harman target, but they've tweaked it a bit, because the Harman target would have a bit more upper mids and have less low end, but this has more low end and less upper mids. I think it's more consumer tuned, really. More people will probably like it, but so low end it does have a little bit of an elevated low end. It includes sub bass. These are not bass monsters at all, nothing like that, but it's a healthy amount of elevation, shall we say. The decay is good, the texture is good. I can't really fault it. It does low end, the low frequencies are very good. I'm quite happy with them. Probably obviously not class leading. Well, yeah, maybe class leading, They're not flagship earphones because these are £50 to £60, but they are very good for that. But yeah, low end I'm really happy with. Bleeds a little bit into the lower mids, but that helps it stop being thin. It's probably the best way. Vocals, female, male, both really good. I'm quite happy with them. They're not shouty, they wasn't distant. Quite a good balance, really. Can't really fault it. But yeah, the rest of the mids are detailed, very natural kind of sounding. It's they do sound pretty good. Treble, there is an elevation in the lower treble from the upper mids. Again, it's elevated, but it's not aggressive or nothing like that. It just sounds detailed. Yeah, not much to say really. There is a treble roll off. They're not dark or nothing like that. He rolls off. Yeah, the roll off's perfectly fine. It's not like off a cliff kind of roll off, but it's just more gradual. I'm quite happy with it. It probably helps keep fatigue away is probably one way to describe it. But yeah, like instrument separation was pretty good, very good. Probably won't beat like high level balanced armatures, but for single DD, the instrument separation is pretty good. I do like this cool finish as well. But yeah, the overall sound signature is very pleasing, shall we say. These are not neutral earphones. They're kind of balanced is probably the best way to describe it. They did a very nice job of tuning these. Yeah, so the second part, which I said, is this here. So obviously you saw in the previous clip, the unboxing, it comes with the tweezers and it comes with this like metal kind of protective grill. It does sound better with that out, but you leave the filter in, so it's like two parts. So if you're feeling brave, or if you have to replace them due to this getting clogged up or anything, you take that out, but leave the one below it in. That's the best way to describe it. It makes it sound clearer is the best way to describe it. It's like they tuned it, then put that in afterwards, kind of an afterthought. Which is not a bad thing because it does a job to protect dust, dirt, earwax and everything from going in. But yeah, my recommendation if you're a little bit brave is just take the metal one out but leave the filter in below it. That's my recommendation. But yeah, overall sound of these is I think it covers a lot of genres. They did a really nice piece of tuning, shall we say. Obviously you can tell I like these, and obviously these are not a freebie. I bought these with my own money. I'd love to have done a comparison with the Starfield, which I guess I've heard are extremely similar. The KXXS and the Kanas Pro. So all four, I like they down the line, they've always got a bit cheaper. Plus I've heard no issues with these either like corroding with the earlier Moondrop models and paint chipping, which has happened on the Starfield. I've heard no issues with that at all. So this is the cheapest model with the least amount of flaws, which I can't really moan about. Yeah, so overall everything sounds pretty good. Obviously you can, like I said before, there's no lip, but I've had no issues at all with any tips coming off or anything like that. But yeah, overall sound I thought was very pleasing. They did a great job. Moondrop normally do know what they're doing, like with the Blessing 2 and the Dusk. I've never tried, but they get really good feedback, apart from the thick nozzles on them. But I've never tried them. And yeah, I don't get this to go on too long, but the overall sound is, yeah, I think they did a good job. Now on to the actual conclusion. Now on to my conclusion of my review of the Moondrop Aria, as you can see there. To be on the whole, they are very well balanced, easy to listen to earphone. There is actually one thing I forgot to mention. There is like a peak higher up, but to be honest, I think like 12k, 13 or something like that. But to be honest, it never really affected me. On the whole, though, the actual sound and the tuning is very well balanced. I think a lot of people will like it, and it covers a lot of genres without no issues at all. They're easy to power and everything like that. But yeah, Moondrop have done a very good job. I like that this is kind of their fourth generation of this kind of single DD. Not the LCP, but their lineup like the Starfield, KXXS and the Kanas Pro, and this is actually the cheapest. But yeah, for this kind of price, this is probably my number one choice to pick, because it does everything very well. The cable it comes with as well is pretty good. It comes with lots of tips. The cable does have some little kinks in it, but hopefully they come out in time. And yeah, as you can tell, I do like these. They've got a nice bit of warmth to them. And yeah, anything you want to know, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching and take care.